get out those prayer books. And I'm going to make you turn to the Eucharistic prayer. Starting on page 361. We'll just do Eucharistic prayer, right? Because it's where my book opens. Okay. So this is the beginning of the Eucharistic prayer, where we have a response back and forth. We'll practice this. I say, the Lord be with you, and you say, lift up your hearts. Let us give thanks to the Lord our God. It is right and a good and joyful thing always and everywhere to give thanks to you, Father Almighty, Creator of heaven and earth. Therefore we praise you, joining our voices with angels and archangels, and with all the company of heaven, who forever sing this hymn to proclaim the glory of your name. Holy, holy Lord, everybody, God of power and might, heaven and earth are full of your glory. Hosanna in the highest. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Hosanna in the highest. Where is the last sentence of today's gospel? At the end of the Sanctus. It actually is added on to the Sanctus. And if you notice, generally the priest and people in the congregation often at those words make the sign of the cross, because it was first said after this part of Scripture. Where else does it get said in the Bible? Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Hosanna in the highest. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna. Palm Sunday, at the triumphant entrance of Jesus into Jerusalem. Why do we make the sign of the cross when we say that then? That triumphant entrance ended in the crucifixion, in his death. See, the world thinks, everything's going great. Jesus is in Jerusalem. It's all going to be fun. Games, he's going to take over. He's going to either exert his military, political, or just power might. He's going to cause the people to raise up against the Roman Empire and throw the shackles of slavery off of them. But Jesus had already told them, back here in verse 13, that that isn't the way that it was going to be. He told them already that the center of power, Jerusalem, was a place that failed to see and understand and accept their Lord and God. That over and over, Jerusalem, the place that should have lifted faith up, became a place where prophets were ignored, where the signs of God's presence were overlooked. A place where people were too busy in the power and the politics and the economics of the day to notice the Lord God among them. I think that this gospel reading appears at this time, the second Sunday of Lent, to remind us that we too become distracted by the politics, the power, the economics of our personal lives, of our society's life. That we fail to see God present among us, and we fail to respond to the love of God in acting out acts of love to one another and to our neighbor, and perhaps most of all, to the stranger among us. You and I live in a society, especially, and in a world that all too often seeks to prey, P-R-E-Y, on fear, insecurity, and the idea that the other is our enemy, that we must do away with. Not just that we must avoid, but that we must do away with, that we must kill. Jesus' suffering and death was the result of that very same thinking. The Israelites were afraid of the power of Rome. The Pharisees had sought and figured out an uncomfortable political and economic sort of relationship with the foreign power taking them over. And they saw in Jesus a threat to that relationship. And they thought it would be more expedient to expel God than it would be to step out in faith. And you and I, whether we know and recognize it or not, are daily confronted with that same choice. We daily have opportunities to reach out, perhaps to reach out in ways that neighbors wonder what the heck we're doing, that others say you're being foolish. But to reach out in ways that invite and include and accept the other. All Saints Pontiac is beginning their semi-annual rummage sale setup. It's a truly unbelievable undertaking. They've always done that between the hours of 9 and 4, Monday through Thursday. They have been for years complaining that there aren't enough men around to help with all the heavy lifting. And that the people that are volunteering keep getting older and older. They had a brilliant idea this year, yesterday. What day of the week was yesterday? Saturday. They thought maybe they'd try setting up the initial setup on Saturday. Isn't that a unique thought? That maybe somebody under the age of 70 would show up on a Saturday morning to help with the setup. That maybe some male under the age of 65 would help to have to lift things. In their planning meeting, they said, well, we'll be doing good if we can get the tables set up. If we can just get the tables set up on Saturday morning, we'll be doing good. And maybe they have burlap that they put over the tables to make them look a little nicer. And maybe we get the burlap out. And I thought, only if nobody except the people that have always been showing up Monday through Friday show up. What turned out is they got the tables all set up, they got the burlap put out, and they got most of the rummage out, ready to be set on the tables, and they even started working on that. And one of the wonderful, wonderful things, Saturday morning All Saints Pontiac, given its location, has a free breakfast for people in the community. The number of people, especially men, that came and offered and helped. And I said, that was wonderful because this provided them an opportunity to give back to this community. An opportunity to help in a way that they could help that was meaningful and truly helpful to all of us. That instead of just being the receivers and the takers, they could be the givers. And in that we could build relationship with one another and a deepened level of acceptance and trust and support and love. Every day you and I have opportunities to either step back in fear or to reach out in acceptance and love. And we get to decide. And we have Lent to help us review our lives so that we can become aware of which direction we are going, back away from the other or forward in support and inclusion. Just one final word. Today, and I believe it's at 6 o'clock, but you can go online, I'm sure, and check. There's going to be an interfaith gathering at the Islamic Unity Center on Square Lake Road. It is between Pontiac and Middlebelt. So, between Telegraph and Middlebelt. So if you would like to show that we as Christians care and support and mourn with our Muslim brothers and sisters, you can go straight up Telegraph, go west on Square Lake Road, and it will be on the right-hand side, less than probably a mile, 2 miles at the most. If you get to Middlebelt Road, you just turn around on Square Lake Road and go back. But if you feel compelled, and maybe you don't, but if you feel compelled to show support of our brothers and sisters who are in deep mourning, who have suffered from the fear that so many of us in society have today, the fear of the other, rather than the acceptance and embracing of the other. I'll see you there. Let us stand and reaffirm our faith.